Well, since everyone has been talking about the demise of NXT lately, I want to give you guys my thoughts on the history of NXT since I've been watching it. I started watching NXT back in 2015. This is when they began phase 2. 2012 through 2015 was phase 1. The majority of their shows took place in Full Sail University. They moved there after being revamped from the old competition era days. They were being taped like before SmackDown. Vince was owning it. Then 2012, Triple H bought it, and he turned into his own brand. For about a couple of years, they had a few rough patches. But in 2015, NXT became a huge hit. And unfortunately, this didn't last. So this is my NXT timeline, Chapter 1, 2015 through 2017. The growth and success of NXT. The growth and success of NXT started with NXT Takeover Brooklyn, the rise of NXT Takeover. During the early days of NXT, a majority of the takeovers, actually all of them, before this one took place in Full Sail. Full Sail, they usually held around 500 people. The takeovers were all right, but they felt like a regular episode of NXT that was extended another hour. But NXT Takeover sold out the Barclays Center the night before SummerSlam, and NXT has never done this. They also sold out London, England, NXT Takeover London. And then they sold out a show the night before WrestleMania 32, NXT Takeover Dallas. That show was actually better than WrestleMania. And these takeovers show that NXT is here to stay. They're not some kind of underground, hidden developmental territory that nobody knows about. No, they are a big deal. They are not to be messed with. So these takeovers is what brought me on board on NXT. NXT was also introducing new concepts and tournaments, something that the main roster was not doing, like the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Mae Young Classic, Cruiserweight Classic, the United Kingdom Championship Tournament, War Games. All brand new concepts that have not been done before, or they're kind of revising the old school methods. The main roster would never bring back War Games or do all these tournaments. I was loving what Triple H was doing. He was expanding the WWE Network. He wants to pay $10 a month for the network. We need a reason to watch it. And Paul Levesque, Triple H, gave us that reason through NXT. I respect him for that. They were also acquiring talent. Now, back in the early days of NXT, the majority of the talent were talent that they came off as jobbers. They had like Cassius Ono there. They had, Richie Steamboat. Then they brought in some main roster guys like Cesaro, John Cena, Randy Orton. They had Damon Sandow there. They kind of put NXT on the launch pad. But it wasn't until 2015 where they brought in some serious heavy hitters that pushed the company forward to where it could have been today, but unfortunately it is not. They brought in guys like Nakamura, Samoa Joe, who got me to watch NXT, Bobby Roode, Rhino, Mickie James, Austin Aries, Eric Young, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, and returning Drew McIntyre. All these guys came into NXT during these 2 years and gave it their best shot and produced some of the best episodes that I've seen of NXT. This made NXT stand out. They were no longer a roster filled with a bunch of jobbers and rejects that you would see, in dark shows on the main roster on Main Event or Superstars. These were legitimate contenders. They came from New Japan, Ring of Honor, TNA, Lucha Underground. Triple H was bringing everybody from different backgrounds in to help NXT. They were also building homegrown talent. Unlike the main roster, they're just pushing, the Cenas and the Ortons and the Roman Reigns. But NXT is building homegrown talent, like Gargano, Ciampa, the Office of Pain, Asuka, Bayley, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, and the Revival. Building homegrown talent and acquiring talent elsewhere helped put NXT on the map. And for 2 years, this was the growth and the success of NXT. This was the only time period of NXT that I actually loved it. The next coming years, they will not be so enjoyable. All right, 2015, 2017, I love it. The next few years, I will not be kind to NXT. I will expose the holes. The troubles, the challenges, and everything that the fan base pretty much forgot what was the problem. All right, so the next one, I will be talking about the downfall of NXT. The plot holes, the issues, the controversies, and stuff like that. This has been Chapter 1, 2015 through 2017, the growth and success of NXT. I will see you all here next time for the Chapter 2.